So when you go to do addition and subtraction with sig figs, you have to be careful with how you line them up. So the easiest way is basically just to line up the decimal points. Okay, so in this case, you're going to be looking for the number of places after the decimal point. Okay, so this number is the uncertain number in this top number here. Okay, just the 1. Now, in this one, you can technically say that you have 3 zeros after the 1 to line up with the number of decimal places in this number, but all of these zeros are uncertain. Okay, now in this number here, you've got the 4 is the one that is uncertain. Okay, now here, if we went ahead and added these two together and just recorded this number, all 4 of these decimals, would be uncertain. And if you remember back to when we first started talking about sig figs, you only want one number in your entire number, one digit, to be uncertain. So in this case, that's this 0 right here. That one is uncertain. So this answer would round to 124.0. Okay, so the way to look at the addition and subtraction problems is to find the one that has the fewest number of decimal points. Okay, and then just go off of that decimal point. So this one has 1 decimal point, this one has 4, so your answer needs to have 1 decimal point. All right? Okay, so with multiplication and division, it's a little bit different. You're going to count the number of sig figs for every single number that you're multiplying or dividing. Okay, so here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 sig figs. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this one has 2. Right? So the one with the fewest number of sig figs is right here. So it means that you have to report 2 sig figs in your answer. All right? So you get this number 0.308141 yada yada yada. All right? So you know that you have to report to this decimal point. Right? So with the rounding, okay, you have to make sure that you know which decimal point you need to report, and then look 1 past that. So you're going to look at this 8 here. If it is 5 or above, you will round your last significant digit up 1. Okay, if it is 4 or below, you don't round, or you don't change this number. So because this is 5 or higher, you're going to take this 0 and make it a 1. All right. Okay. And then when you are doing these calculations, you will not count sig figs for exact numbers or unit conversions. So when you're doing unit conversions, it's actually pretty easy to do your sig figs because the only number that's actually going to count is the number that you're given in the problem. Okay, so that's the only one that you're going to count the sig figs for, and then that will just translate straight to the answer. All right, both of these type of values, the exact numbers and unit conversions, are used as if they have an infinite number of sig figs. So they will never be the determining factor in your number of sig figs after doing a math problem. All right? And again, we're going to go through more of this in class. These videos are just to kind of give you an introduction to the topic, and then also for you to use throughout the year if you need a refresher. Okay? But that is all for this one.